What's going on, everybody? Zach Walker here with Cotton Row Interiors. I've got my new sidekick, Molly Teasley. Let me first introduce you guys. Let's make sure we're live first. Hold on, this is going to be loud on accident. Nope, it's not. Good. Good. Can you hear us out there, first of all? Can you hear us? Anybody, can you hear us?
Hello.
Hello. I can
Welcome.
hear you. That's important. I'm glad. So I was saying, I want to introduce everybody to Molly Teasley. Molly has
Hi.
just joined us recently as our Director of Operations. And what that means is, effectively, she runs mine and Keith's life.
Basically your clone.
Yeah. So cross between like mom, wife, secretary,
More like
and
boss.
boss. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
All
more
at the same
like
time. Like it's it's this
dictator.
weird, yeah, there it is. It's a weird dichotomy of jobs that you do here at Cotton
Yeah.
Row. But as we kind of enter into this phase of I guess the pandemic is what it's being called. We sat around yesterday and we talked about like how can we, like, we know you're at home. We know you're sitting there with your kids, you're homeschooling, you're ready to strangle them. I get it. And you're like, man, what can we do? And so we just wanted to jump on here today, and we're going to do this every day. Our goal is to do this every day. But just come to you guys once a day with some information, with something you can do with, and we'll talk more about kind of where this is headed.
But yeah, more so be like a resource of positivity, because like there's so many positive things happening in the world that are not on the news right now that we can talk to you guys about, and also talk about different resources that are in Athens, Huntsville, Madison, Decatur area that you guys might not know about that can help you keep your life moving as normal. I mean, as normal as you can.
But we
right?
also refuse to be boring because
Right.
that's not something I do well. And so, or maybe I do. And the one other person watching right now is like, no, you're boring. But no, so we really want to come to you and just let's talk about the coronavirus. So Molly's background is in biology. So she give us your educational credentials, because she's got more letters after her name than my surgeon.
So yeah, I got my undergrad in biology from Clemson. I studied under 3 different professors while I was there, and 2 of them were biology professors. So I have a lot of experience just in biology research, and have some friends that work at Hudson Alpha that are actually, I could go dive into a rabbit hole, but I won't.
Let's not.
But yeah, then I got my
So
master's
she's a nerd,
at
right?
then I got my master's at Auburn in science education. So I'm used to kind of bringing jargon that's kind of scary, doesn't make a lot of sense, and bringing it down to more of like a layman terms. And yeah, I was a teacher the last 3 years, and now I'm here.
Just to be clear,
Yeah.
I did not know that she went to Auburn, or I probably wouldn't have
Right,
hired her.
I was a tiger and a tiger.
Yeah, it's
Ultimate
unfortunate.
Alabama
It's unfortunate.
enemy.
But no, so we say all that to say, like, you know, this is one of those things. It's unprecedented for us. Like, I'm 32. You're obviously much younger.
Mm-hmm.
This is something that we've never been through, and it's scary, and it's weird, and it's all these things. But what we refuse to be is negative, and we refuse. Like,
Right.
let's talk about social distancing. Let's talk about an appropriate response, not one of fear, not one of conjecture or
Right.
lack of information, but let's get educated and let's stay. Look, the virus itself is not the problem here, believe it or not. And I am not going to minimize the impact of what this virus can do. Obviously, 349 people died in the last 24 hours in France. So I can't, like,
Right, but more like solution focused.
That's right,
Things
like-
that you can do to, protect yourself, but also stay sane. Because, now you're cooped up at home, and we have so many resources for you to do with your kids, and to make sure that you guys are having fun, even though, because it's almost a blessing in disguise. Because
it
all
is
this time
absolutely.
that I guess in the summer, like, your kids are home, but you can't be home, you have to be at work. So it's kind of a blessing, because you get to spend that time with your kids. And
Yeah, and you can use it, and you could use it that way, right? Like, you could choose to use this as something that is time to spend with your family, time to reflect, time to get closer to God, do whatever it is that you do. But like this, the virus in and of itself, the odds are it's probably not going to affect you. The odds are it's probably not going to get you sick. Or if you do get sick, the odds are you're probably going to make it, right? It's immunocompromised. It's older in age. It's not a healthy person that gets COVID-19 and is dead in a week. Like, that's not what we're seeing. Am I wrong?
Right. No, you're not wrong. But we'll also keep that in mind. We do have people in our community that are
Absolutely
immunocompromised, and I hate that at this time they kind of feel like we're being like, oh, well,
Well,
guess
and
we're
look,
not them,
at the beginning of this, I was very much not like, oh, this is crazy response. This is ridiculous. Like, what are we doing? It's, it's no worse than the cold. And I don't know that I disagree with what I thought or what I believed. I'm still thinking that's probably the right line of thinking. However, what I've seen is the people's response to this virus is crazy. Like, let's talk about that for a minute. Let's talk about all you people that ran out and grabbed 200 rolls of toilet paper.
Right.
Like, you could possibly poop that much. Like, if you're pooping that, first of all, the coronavirus does not present any symptoms that have anything to do with poop, just to be clear. Second of all, if you're pooping that much, you've got bigger issues than COVID-19. I'm just saying, irritable bowel syndrome is a thing, and it's real, and I feel for you. There's support groups for that, but stop hoarding the toilet paper. That is the worst of humanity.
It's just sad.
It is the worst of humanity.
Yeah.
Like, leave something for someone else. Like, we were at the store the other day, and obviously there's no toilet paper because of you. You, right there. You hoarded the toilet
towels
paper.
Is what's left.
Right. And so we're sitting there, and I immediately my mindset was like, I grabbed 4 packages of paper towels.
Right.
I'm like, well, I mean, I guess that's what. And then I got like 3 steps down the aisle, and I was like, probably don't need all these. Let's put them back, and let's let somebody else have them. But I mean, again, this disease is more than likely, or this whatever it's virus. It's not a disease, right?
Something that made me laugh, which I mean, I guess it's not really funny, but I was looking at different people were posting different leaves that you could take off a tree to, wipe your bum. That you could use instead of toilet paper, and it was like a little chart. Don't pick these.
Yeah, down here in the South, we've got lots of options.
Yeah, so
we got lots of options.
Head over to Montesano, and
no, that's right.
Good.
So let's talk about one. I want to catch everybody up because we haven't been live in a long time. We used to do this all the time. Molly was not around for that time. Now we are. We're all live on a different page. Let's talk about Cotton Row Interiors because really that's why we're here, and that's what we want to talk about, and that's what's driving a lot of this. You see behind me, the set has changed. A lot of this is all furnished by Cotton Row Interiors. For those of you that don't know, Cotton Row Interiors Bargain Jungle had a merge. Brandon Downs and Tony Rogers and the staff over there we are so fortunate that they're leading that charge for us and are carrying the Cotton Row brand. It's become our brand. We were so lucky to be able to have them be willing to and want to join forces with us. And so that's what you see behind us, a lot of the decoration and all that. And so we have 2 stores. We've got one on 72, one on the square. We had to close the square down. And this is part of what I want to attack with this segment that we do is the economic impact of this response and with the virus and its response. What's the economic impact? 1, 2, how does it impact like us?
Right.
And so like mortgage rates, the stock market, the Fed rate, I mean, everything's going nuts. Right. They're pausing trading on the stock floor. How does that affect us in Athens? And I think we'll dive into some of that. But to get back to Cotton Row Interiors, we are about to launch our online store.
Right, our website.
So pumped.
They're working on that right now, getting it all squared away.
She says they, pointing back. It's like her. It's her.
Me and Brandon are working on the website right now. It's already ready. We just got to get all our pictures of our different products. So we never had an online store before now. So we are bringing all of our products online for you guys to view, just like you would Amazon. And now that Amazon is not allowing you to order stuff, and you can only order medical supplies.
Do what?
Amazon has stalled all orders. So now they get to go to our website. No, it's too late now.
Are you serious?
It's too late. Yeah, no. As of yesterday, only medical supplies.
I don't know what Keith is going to lose his ever-loving mind.
Yeah.
Keith
Rowe, we'll put out our
if you're
website,
watching, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm here for you. If you need to come back to the office and spend a few minutes on my shoulder, I'm more than happy to provide that for you. So Cotton Row Interiors, we are about to offer curbside service, free delivery. You name it, we'll do it. Because here's the bottom line. Small businesses right now are going to die. This is the part of the economy that everyone expects, like, okay, we'll all just not work. We'll all stay home from our jobs, and there's still going to be products in the stores, and there's still going to be businesses to go to, and there's still going to be restaurants to go to. Like, if you don't support your local small businesses during this crisis, and this is what it is, don't let me confuse this for anything else. What is being experienced by small business owners all across America right now is nothing less than a crisis, because we saw our sales drop to lower than they've been for a 5-day or 7-day period in 3 years. 3 years. And so we are adapting at Cotton Row. We're adapting, and we're going to try to do whatever we can to deliver it. We'll deliver it to your house. We'll curbside. You can, if you want to come by the store and do a curbside pickup for some beautiful wall art or whatever. Let's be honest. You spend the next 2 weeks quarantined in your house, and you're going to find lots of flaws. And I agree with you. You need to come get some new stuff and spruce it on up. But no, so that. Yeah, it's crazy out there. So let's get to the heart of what we want to do here, because I'll everyone that's watched any of these before knows that I'll spend an hour talking about absolutely nothing. So
Monologuing.
Bingo.
I call it.
Well, that's what it is. That's not what you call it. That's what it's called.
You just change your podcast to
Monologue.
Monologuing with Zach.
The bearded monologue.
Right. Yeah.
Monologues of the beard. Anyways, so what we want to do with this, what our goal is here, right? You're going to be at home for, they're saying 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Crazy,
or even
but
August. Hopefully not.
Easy killer. Let's not get carried away.
Yeah.
I think that might be a bit of a reach.
I didn't say those words.
Bit of a reach.
I just took them from someone else.
She just took an epidemiology class last night. Got certified epidemiologist. Molly Teasley, right here. No, I'm kidding. It's going to be tough. You're going to be bored. You're going to be cooped up. You're going to be homeschooled. You're going to be whatever. So our goal is this. We want to hear from you. In the thread right here, the comments. Thank you. English is a terribly difficult language.
That's what I'm here for. Finish your sentences.
Thank you. And so in the comments, but you also distract my train of thought, which makes it very difficult to recover when you're ADD. In the comments, we want to hear from you. Like, our goal is this. Molly taught science in the school system and has a huge, in fact, she brought some stuff to do a demonstration today. Like, do-it-yourself science projects.
From with stuff that you already have at home.
What were you going to do today?
We were going to extract DNA from a strawberry.
Sounds exciting.
I was going to show you, and you can do it with any fruit, but I was going to show you all sorts of household items that you can use to do that.
Extract in case there is a paternity concern in your produce there in the fridge, we've got it figured out.
Occupy you for about an hour. Probably.
Yeah, but no, it's cool though. It's cool. You get to. Everybody here. We hear about DNA on every podcast, every true crime podcast we listen to, every TV show. We're talking about DNA. So just stuff like that. We want to be a resource for you in terms of let us find and research for you where you can go. Social distancing. Let's address that for a moment. Probably the most misunderstood and overused term I've seen thus far. Okay, social distancing does not mean quarantine. Those are two very different words.
Right.
What does quarantine mean, Molly?
Staying in your house, not
alone by yourself, quarantined away from everybody else. Social distancing is this: you can still go places, you can still do things, but you do them with your family, and I'm not saying your cousin Ray and Uncle Johnny and Ben and Jim and all of them, right? It's your family. You can go to Montesano. You can take a hike. You can get out in the woods, get out in the world. Spring has sprung. The weather is unbelievable right now.
Over at Village Pizza today, I saw 2 different families. They were eating like at 2 different tables, but on the patio, and it looked awesome. But they were talking. It was so funny because you saw them talking to each other from 10 feet away. But they were, it looked Village Pizza. Village Pizza. Right. Village
has the best
pizza.
Awesome, when we bought Gray and Holt Building and we did that remodel over there, I actually tallied up how much I spent on Village Pizza, and multiple mortgage payments could have been made. I'm just going to say it that way. We spent a lot of money over there. They're great. But no, so social distancing is not putting yourself in a situation where you could be around more than 5 or 10 people, right? I guess the CDC is saying 10 right now. 10 is the magic number.
We only got 10 people in our company. So.
Right. And so less than that. And so social distancing is allowing yourself you can go and do things and get out. And so what we want to do is we want to help you find resources for your kids, find day trips, field trips, whatever.
All sorts of stuff.
This is a blessing. And I know that it's terrifying and it's real and people are dying, and I'm not going to take away from that. Like, do not let me devalue for one moment the severity and the reality of what is happening. I get that. It is not lost on me. However, we have an opportunity as a people to embrace. Our society is busier than it's ever been in history. Like, travel ball is not going to be played this summer. And I'm guilty. I coach travel ball. I own travel ball organizations. Like, I love travel ball. My son will play travel ball, but it's not my idol. It can't be your idol. And so your little Johnny's going to be okay without the Pitt Vipers 27 tournaments and 116 games this summer. I promise. I know he's only 7, but hey, it's going to be good for him to have a break. Like, embrace this, folks. Take time to be present with your family.
Right.
Oftentimes I find myself spending time with my family, but not being present. Being present is an entirely different concept of engaging and making and like investing in my son, right? I invest in my business every day. I come here and I give everything I've got to try to grow this thing. And then I go home and I expect my wife to what? Snap her fingers, raise a kid that's great? Like, it's not fair. It's not real. We have an opportunity now, thanks to a terribly unfortunate situation, to embrace some time of be still. Be quiet, be still and know, right? And so at the end of the day, we want to be your resource. So to sound off right here, sorry, I got, you never know when I'll go on a
little monologue.
Get on the soapbox there.
Right. But I was going to mention, it's a great time to explore hobbies, things that you've always wanted to do and you never get the chance to do. I was reading last night, I guess Isaac Newton in 1665, he was quarantined during the, help me out, bubonic plague.
Bubonic.
Right. Let me say words.
Bubonic.
And that's when he discovered his theory of gravity.
So just think what you could discover while you're quarantined for the pandemic.
This is not a new thing. This is something that's happened multiple times in history, and a lot of great things have come out of it in terms of scientific discoveries.
And stop hoarding toilet paper. Don't let me go back on that, because I will, and it'll be ugly. But no, so again, that's what we hope to do. We're going to come to you every day with something. We've got the green screen. We redid the studio last night. I stayed up here late, got the studio set up. It's important for me. Look, I enjoy this. I enjoy this because I'll talk to that wall over there and have a great time, and honestly probably get something out of it. And so this is something that I really enjoy. I hope that you enjoy it too, and I hope that we can bring something of real value to you. This is, in the past we've done this, and I'll make a confession. In the past we've done this in a way that was fun, it was entertaining, it's hilarious, but it wasn't. I'm getting an echo. There it is. But it wasn't informational. It wasn't educational. It had no real value except for entertainment value. Mm-hmm. And while that's okay, and there's no problem with that, certainly what we want to do is provide. We are in a time of great need. A great need economically, great need medically, a great need, and again, if 10,000 people broke their leg at the same time, we would have the same pandemic that we have with this virus. So it's not the virus, it's the hospitals, it's the medical system, it's the response, it's all of those things that we're going to have to flex our American muscle. If anything, we talked about this yesterday, if anything, thank God that we have now been taught we need to bring medical manufacturing back to the U.S.
Right.
We cannot be held hostage.
We can't be waiting for shipments.
Can't be held hostage by foreign entities over having medical equipment. Anyways, that's another soapbox for another day. But our goal in this is to bring real value to you. And so I know people always ask for some sort of input, give us some input, and it's all about getting clicks and comments and all that. I don't care if you comment or not. I'm gonna be here tomorrow, and I'm gonna do the same thing. And I can either do it on some information that you'd like to have, or you could just listen to me talk, because odds are you're bored and you're gonna tune in anyways, right? So help us understand what access do you need to information? What is something you sat around today and said, man, it is Wednesday. It's been a long 3 days with my kids at the house. What are we going to do tomorrow? Like, how can we help you with that? Molly's going to bring you all kinds of weird science things. I'll probably kick those off and let her handle that. Science is not really my thing. In fact, academics was never really my thing. Yeah. But I mean, we want to bring you stuff, DIY stuff, do at the house, a list. In fact, we're going to develop some assets on cottonrow.com where we'll have a list of places you can go and things like that. So anyways, just help us out with that. And at the end of the day, we want to be here while you're there at home listening. This virus is real, okay? Let's not minimize it. Let's call it what it is, right? The virus is something that we do need to be concerned about, but it's not necessarily the virus itself. And also financially, we have a lot of resources we can give to you in terms of finding remote jobs if you're out of a job, finding how to file for unemployment in Alabama. I have all of those resources and information for you that I can provide.
and I can,
we didn't talk about that beforehand.
I can siphon that out, or I can just, monologue myself.
No, it's a great asset. Look, at the end of the day, like, we want to sell furniture, we want to sell decor, we want to sell remodels, we want to sell contracting. That's what we do for a living. That's how we feed our families, right? And so this is going to impact us in a very real way. But we have access to resources. We have access to people. We've been given a platform by God that we feel like is super, super real, super important. And it may not be important to but two people out there. But those two people, that's why God gave me this platform. I believe that. I'll always believe that. And you can't take that away from me. And so let us help you with whatever it is that you need. If there's nothing that you need, just enjoy us, because I will constantly be making a fool out of myself. I'm sure at some point the science projects will include me doing something absolutely ridiculous.
I have a lot of things I can do with you, and you could be my pseudo student. My mom actually used to be a preschool teacher, and I have a lot of preschool activities you can do with your toddlers and
hold on
little
a minute.
children.
Hold on a minute. What are you saying? You were talking about me getting involved, and your mind went to preschool.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I have issues with that.
I just want to run these ideas by you and see, is it something you can see?
Run the preschool ideas by me.
To see if your kid might, want to do something like that.
My kid has gotten into baseball lately, and I don't know how.
You can't do baseball. I guess with a softball.
You can't do baseball.
Inside,
Woman.
indoors.
What?
Softball and baseball indoors.
Yeah.
Okay, explain that to me. Do you set up 3 bases in your living room?
You just go hard in the paint and do it. Like baseball, you can play anywhere. That is not a game with boundaries or borders or it can't be contained in a box.
Like Ashley would be a little.
No, Ashley is right next. No, or you have not. My son runs around with a bow and arrow in our house and shoots it all over the place like he's freaking It's fantastic. I married the woman of my. I mean, God prepared one woman to deal with all of this, and I found her. Thank God for that. Look, guys, at the end of the day, I know this has been a little scattered. I know we've just had fun getting introduced and introducing Molly to you, and she's super excited to be here. And she may be on without me. I may be on without her. We may have different guests. I know on Friday we're going to bring Brandon Downs from Cotton Row Interiors in and talk. We'll have Leah come in from the design side. We also can take call-ins, okay? And so this new piece of equipment that we have is capable of doing call-ins. We've done it. I say new. We had it before we stopped live streaming. So that's something I want to do. I want to get somebody on the phone that knows a little bit more. We don't know a ton, okay? And so what we know, we've read, researched. That's right. This stuff hasn't been peer reviewed yet. It hasn't been. There's a lot that has to be done to verify a lot of the science behind what's going on right now, and we get that. But at the end of the day, my goal is not to be your scientific one-stop shop. It's to be your entertainment, information, activity one-stop shop. And let's have some fun. Let's buy some furniture or some decor or this laundry wash, dry, and fold sign. That'd be great. Maybe we could pay our rent. I'm kidding, but seriously, maybe you should buy it. And so if there's anything else that you need, obviously reach out 256-BUY-SELL, 256 BUYSELL, or get us here on Facebook or info@cottonrow.com. That'll go straight to Molly, and she'll be able to respond to you. Shameless plug, our home and garden show on March 27th and 28th, obviously shrouded in mystery right now. I'm probably going to postpone that, move that back in accordance with the recommendations of the authorities, but I think we're going to see a lot of that stuff shift and shape and change a little bit, so we're going to wait a little bit on that.
And they're going to have so much cabin fever at that point. You would be, silly not to come.
What did President Trump say? Pent up. What did he call it? Demand. Pent up demand. That's what it's going to be. Pent up demand. That guy, man. Anyways, we're not going to go there today, guys. If we could do anything for you, seriously, call us anytime. Message us. Reach out. 256-BUY-SELL or cottonrow.com. We look forward to this. Again, we're going to see you tomorrow. We don't know what it's going to look like. We don't know all
sorts of activities.
Just craziness.
I'm going to run by him, and he's going to tell me this is boring.
Crazy. Yeah. Well, science is boring to me, but I'm not an academic. But science is not boring.
Teacher, so.
I didn't think. Thank God I had boring teachers. I might have actually liked academics. Okay. You guys have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. All right.